What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the All-In Woodsman. My name is Trey Worsham, and today we're going to be hitting a piece of property that I have permission to hunt this fall to hopefully get it ready so we might be able to bag our first big buck of the channel. Y'all stick around. So the property that we're going to be headed to here just in a few minutes, we're actually on our way there now. It's a piece of private property that I have permission to hunt. I've had permission in the last couple years to hunt, but to be honest, I've only hunted it once, and I saw one buck that morning, but let it pass and kind of kicked myself in the rear end for letting it pass later in the day because I didn't see anything else. But this property I have had trail cameras out on this property before. Last season I ran a couple trail cameras, and there are some, I won't say massive bucks, but they are definitely quality bucks for our area. There's not a lot of mass on them, but they're definitely tall, and I've got at least 1 or 2 8 points on camera, a couple 6 points, and I can't remember, I may have had a 10 point, but I can't remember. But they don't have a ton of girth on the antlers, so I'm hoping now that it's been a year, maybe 2 years now since I've seen a couple of them, there's not a lot of hunting pressure on the property. There are some other members that are hunting that property, but they don't hunt very often, and I know for sure last year they said they didn't get anything off of it. And one of the reasons is we had certain situations, we had some people living on the property or around the property that were pretty, let's just say obnoxious, pretty rambunctious, and so with all the stuff going on the property, they actually pushed most of the bucks nocturnal. And if you don't know what nocturnal means, basically when the bucks go nocturnal, meaning they only come out at night after the sun goes down and after shooting light. So a lot of times you can see them on camera, they're coming through midnight, 1 a.m., but they're not going to be out during shooting light, so they're very hard to hunt, besides maybe in the rut when they start coming out during the daylights. But so hopefully it's been a year or so since we've got that situation handled, and so I'm hoping that these bucks are going to start working their way back out into the daylight hours as the craziness on the property kind of slows down. So I'm going to go today, we're going to put a trail camera out, a mineral lick out, just to see what we can get on camera, see how they're moving, see if they're back in the daylight hours, or if they're still nocturnal. If they're still nocturnal, we're not even gonna bother hunting it, because I mean, unless we want to get a doe, you're not gonna get a buck if they're nocturnal. But hopefully, since it's been a couple years, as they've started working their way back into the daylight hours, and we might be able to get on a decent sized buck this fall. I am gonna be primarily hunting this property with my saddle and my bow early season. So we'll see. We'll be scouting maybe a couple trees for a saddle setup this fall as well. But we'll see. We're going to get over here and I'll show you how I kind of set up my mineral licks and my trail cameras and stuff. I know I've showed you this before, but I am going to try a different mineral lick system for this setup. So I'll show you when we get there what that's going to look like and how we're going to get it set up. But y'all hang on, we'll be there in just a few minutes. I'll drop, if I can find a couple videos and pictures from the trail camera of the bucks that I did see on this property a year and a half ago. I'll drop them right here while we're headed to the property, just so you guys can kind of see hopefully what we're going to get on camera here in the next couple of weeks getting ready for deer season. But y'all stick around. so we're here. I got in here, it's like 12:30, heat of the day. Was hoping not to spook anything. I get here, jump out of the car, and literally right up here I hear something in the woods, and it's a deer. Only can do what you can do. I couldn't tell if it was a buck or a doe. Tried to get a glimpse, but let's be honest, this time of year they're camouflaged really well. All I could do is see the rear end of it, and it was a deer. So hopefully, gave it a few minutes, hopefully it's moved on out and has not been spooked too bad. But we are going to pull out of here. This is end of July, so we still got a month or so before deer season, so it'll settle back down. But all right, so here's what we're going to do. We've got our batteries for our trail camera. We've got our muddy trail camera right here. Hopefully y'all can see that. We already got our trail cam card ready to go. It's cleaned off. 32 gig card. So we're gonna get our trail camera ready to go. And so on this property, you'll see me, I'll have my head on a swivel, especially once we kind of get back in the woods a little bit, because there are bear on this property. I did catch a pretty nice sized bear multiple times on camera a few years ago when I had my camera out here. I'll drop a clip of it right here. But so I definitely keep my head on a swivel when I'm here. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna get trail camera set up, and then we've got Deer Cane Mix Plus is what we're gonna use for our mineral lick system today. So we're gonna actually put it in. I brought some water with me, so I didn't have to find water here. If you have a creek nearby or something like that, you can definitely use that. But we're gonna mix this in a 5-gallon bucket of water. That's what the instructions tell us to do. Easy step by step. We select a site. Then we're gonna clear all the vegetation from the site in approximately a 4-foot circle. That's why I got the rake here with me. So we can make sure we can clean that out really good. And then it says pour deer cane into 6 to 8 gallons of water, stir water so it dissolves, and then pour the mixture on your circle. I've got about 5 gallons of water. That's what we're gonna go with. But we're gonna try this system. I've used the mineral rocks before, the trophy rocks. They work great, but I didn't have any, and they had this in the store, so I figured they had this on sale, so I'm gonna give it a shot. It should last a little bit longer than a trophy rock, but we'll give it a try. I'll let you know how it works. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the batteries put in my trail camera, get the mixture mixed up, and we're gonna head back, and I'll show you where we're gonna look and see about finding a spot to put this trail camera in mineral lick. All right, so we've got trail camera set up, ready to go. All the settings set the way we want. Make sure you get that set the way you want. Date and time are correct. It does you no good to have footage of deer, especially bucks, on camera and not knowing what correct time they're coming out and the day that they came out. It helps you set the patterns for when they're coming out and timing up when you can intersect them coming across your path. So make sure your date and time specifically are correct on your trail cameras or your trail cameras. That way you know exactly when and where they're coming out, and make sure it's the right time. That's the big thing, so you know if there's daytime or nighttime besides. All right, then you saw me, I mixed up the Deer Cane Plus. It's probably need a little more water, but it is what we've got, so we're gonna go with that. All right, I'm gonna pick up the GoPro, grab the rake and stuff, and we're gonna go. So where we're at is there's two or three big pastures down here on the bottom, kind of in like a valley. We're sitting on top of the valley. This is kind of right where you pull in, but the pressure gets put on the pastures a lot, and so I've pulled back, and there's this little road that doesn't get used anymore that goes off to the right here, from where the cars are, and honestly it only goes probably 150 yards back into the woods, but it dead ends kind of into one day last year when I walked back here, it dead ends to, at least there was last year, I don't know if it's still there, it should be, but it's like a little standing pond. I'm assuming it collects rainwater and that kind of stuff, but it is a water source that is not directly on the pasture where the creek runs through. So it kind of dead ends into this watering hole back here, and I've seen good access through here for the deer. So that's where we're gonna put the trail camera. That's where I had the trail camera last time I had it here and saw some massive bucks up here in the woods. So we're gonna head down this little road, not too far, probably 50, 75 yards into the woods, and we're going to set up the trail camera and the mineral lick. So let's go. All right, guys, so we're back here, back into the woods down this road. You can see back there, this is the road coming in. Definitely saw some tracks. I'll show you on the way back out. Definitely saw the some tracks coming in. Nothing massive, but good to see that they're still using this area. I love when there's mud when I'm out here scouting. But I'm going this way. Got a tree down, but they definitely have a path going underneath that tree, as well as I've got a path. I don't know if you can probably can't tell it in the GoPro. Path going up right here on where they're coming in. I did see some more mineral. It looks like some minerals or salts poured out a little further back. So I don't know if somebody else has got some minerals out here, but we'll see. I'll touch base with some of the other hunters that are on the property and ask. But right here, there's a limb overhanging where last time I was here, they had been scratching and using it as a rubbing branch. And so it looks like it's still cleaned out pretty good. No active signs, but it looks like, bug on the lens, looks like there's still some good sign there. So I'm probably gonna set up my mineral lick somewhere right over here in this open area. It's already kind of beat down, so I don't have to do a lot of clearing. Put my mineral water there. And then as I was looking, we've got some good trees over here for a saddle setup right here. These two, they're pretty clear. They're in the open, but there's also a couple trees further back here behind me, kind of set off into the back. It's not gonna be a long shot either way. It's gonna be under 10 yards on this road if they're coming through. But hopefully there's another pasture on the other side of this lip dropping off. So maybe I can clear off and get a shot on the other direction so I can hunt both ways. But we'll see. I don't have my saddle with me today, so we're not gonna worry about setting that up or clearing any shooting lanes. We're just gonna get this set. There's a tree over here that I'm gonna set the trail camera on to get the mineral lick and this rub. So if they are using this rub still, we should get a good idea with what's coming through. This direction over here on the other side of this tree is where that watering hole is. So I definitely see some trails running through here. So hopefully this is where we need to be. So we're gonna get this set up real quick, and then we're going bug out of here. I got some more stuff to do this afternoon. Just wanted to slip in here and get this set because I haven't had a camera on this property in over a year. So I just want to see what's moving. All right, here we go. Like I said, it didn't take much clearing, but here we go. Got it all poured out. It's gonna seep into that ground, and then they're gonna be able to dig and get their minerals from the ground. Leave a comment down below if y'all have your favorite way of putting out minerals for deer, especially whitetail. I would love to learn some new methods. I'm trying this one out. We'll see what happens. We're gonna throw trail camera up and we're out of here. All right, guys, so mineral lick is over here. Bring it over here. Got the trail camera placed. It's probably recording us right now. Make sure everything counts down right. So make sure it's set well. We're gonna see if this setup will work. Like I said, got multiple trails coming in, mineral lick, trail camera, multiple spots for either a saddle setup, or I've also started thinking I do have a ladder stand that I might get slip in here a little further back in one of these bigger trees. So we'll see. We'll play around with it. We'll see what's actually in here, see what's coming through. Then we'll decide what setup we want to use. I'm really trying this season to get one with the bow. I missed 2 doe last year with the bow, so I've been practicing. I'm going to bring you guys along with some of that here in the near future. We'll do a bow video showing you kind of my setup and how I've been practicing to get ready for this deer season. But y'all, that's gonna be a wrap for this video. I'm gonna get out of here, let this place settle back down. I did see a deer, like I said, on the way in, so that's a good sign. But But yeah, let's see what we can find, see if we can't get a big buck on camera, and then we'll start working out a game plan to get in here and get them this fall. So guys, like always, if you enjoy these videos, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, turn on your bell notifications, that way you get notified next time we post a video. And guys, I'm extremely excited about this hunting season. I think we've got some big things coming. Hopefully like I said, we're chasing down that big buck. First big buck for myself as well as for the channel. So y'all are gonna be riding shotgun through the entire process. We still got some fishing coming up at the end of the summer, but we're gonna start working on this prep, getting ready for deer season. It makes me excited. That means deer season is right around the corner. So guys, we'll see you in the next one.